On August 29th, 1997, Skynet, a computer system built to protect us, became self-aware.
The Terminator franchise has long since established that things are not always as they seem on the surface, with robots that pose as naked Austrian bodybuilders, liquid metal machines that disguise themselves as friendly policemen, and movie sequels that pretend to be even remotely necessary. Terminator Resistance stays true to that idea. It certainly has the convincing appearance of a modern-day first-person shooter campaign, but beneath the shiny veneer, its mechanics and AI are seemingly ripped straight from another period in time, as though it's a game that's been sent forward from 2003 to hide in the plain sight of the present, on a mission to terminate hours of your life.
No!
Much like the latest film, Terminator Dark Fate, Terminator Resistance wisely ignores the events of every film subsequent to Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Set in 2028 Los Angeles, Terminator Resistance casts the player as Jacob Rivers, a soldier in John Connor's army who must band together with other human resistance members to stave off the annihilation line of Terminators systematically wiping out all life on the planet. Its plot chronicles the future set events that lead up to Kyle Reese and the Terminator Model 101's arrival in 1984, and could well have served as a satisfying Rogue One-esque bit of backstory for fans, were it not for the truly terrible dialogue and stilted voice acting that delivers so much of it.
There could be other people out there. Don't you think somebody should go and look for them? I mean...
Terminator Resistance takes the franchise's obsession with making your own fate to heart, offering a healthy amount of player choice along the way.
Stay out of this, Jennifer. This doesn't concern you.
But the sum total of these choices is fairly inconsequential, determining which ending you'll arrive at upon the story's completion, an ending that's presented as an unsatisfying sequence of static storyboard images, as well as deciding which female NPC you'll have hilariously awkward first-person sex with. Man, I hope my wife doesn't walk in on this. Ultimately, the only really meaningful choice you'll ever have to make in Terminator Resistance is whether you want to keep brainlessly blasting your way through to its completion, or hop in your car, drive back to the store and try and exchange it for something better. I suggest you hold on to your receipt, because Terminator Resistance starts out as an extremely unsatisfying shooter and never really improves over the course of its 10-hour-long single-player-only campaign.
I don't like this! I don't like any of this!
You and me both, buddy. In fact, the actual Terminators don't even show up until a couple of hours in. Prior to their arrival, you're just machine gunning robot spiders and sentry drones as you tread and retread the same burnt-out sections of post-apocalyptic Pasadena. Then when the skeletal cyborgs do arrive, they're shockingly inept and underpowered.
All clear!
These aren't merciless murderers that will shrug off your attacks and relentlessly pursue you like Resident Evil 2's Mr. X. They're just Tin Man Terminators who haplessly march into the path of your plasma rifle's rounds and meekly shudder into a scattered pile of spare parts. I've made phone calls on smarter androids than these. Besides, the odds are always too heavily stacked in the player's favor. Where there's Terminators, there's almost always an explosive plasma barrel. Additionally, an enemy highlighting thermal vision mode can be toggled on and off at all times, allowing you to see through walls and eliminate any possibility of an enemy ambush. On the rare occasion that Terminators do catch you unawares, they're about as accurate with their shots as a short-sighted stormtrooper. Indeed, it's the player who is by far the most coldly efficient killer in Terminator Resistance, which seems like a pretty major design oversight. When you're not tearing through these tissue paper Terminators, there are some light RPG elements to explore. You can increase your hacking ability to reprogram turrets via a Frogger-style minigame, or improve your lockpicking skill to open locked doors and item crates. Damn, my lockpicking skill isn't high enough. If only there was another way to bypass this locked door. What? Really, guys? The most disappointing thing about Terminator Resistance isn't just that it's bad, it's that it's bad and yet it's probably still the best Terminator game I've ever played. If you're in the mood to mindlessly mow down waves of authentically modeled T-800s to the rhythm of Brad Fiedel's iconic theme music, then Terminator Resistance may well be adequate enough. But while there might already be a truly great Terminator game in some alternate universe's timeline, in this one the wait continues. For more IGN reviews, check out our verdicts on Need for Speed Heat and Death Stranding.
Jacob! Jacob, get up!